Hey guys, and welcome back to another Absolute Spiritual video. My name is Layla, not Leela, not Lila, not Lola, not Delilah, and it's still most certainly not Leonard. Welcome back to episode 11 of the Big Chop Chronicles, and as you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be sharing what the Krabby Patty formula is to hair growth.
No, I want you to have this. It's my secret formula.
But before we get started, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss an episode of the Big Chop Chronicles. So for those of you that don't know, this is my third time cutting my hair, and this is my first time cutting it as short as I did. I cut my hair for the first time in its natural state. I did not cut it when it was straight, which I did the first 2 times. And I can tell you that I learned a lot about my hair that I didn't know before. My favorite thing about my hair care journey is just falling in love with my hair and creating that strong relationship. I was never one that actually hated my hair. I was just one that didn't know how to do my hair and how to navigate. And I feel like when you get lost and don't know where to start or where to begin, that's where the relationship between doing your hair and having healthy hair separate. And so I'm glad that I'm able to bridge that gap and not only love doing my hair, but actually know how to do my hair. And so I want to share with you guys what I did to achieve these goals. So no, I'm not plankton. I didn't steal this.
At long last.
But the first secret, the first Krabby Patty ingredient is you have to find a good stylist. And I feel like in my previous videos, I say this a lot. And I want to elaborate on what I mean by a good stylist. When I say you want to find a good stylist, you want to find somebody who cares. A lot of people today do not care. And it's not just hairstylists. In any job, most jobs, people just don't care. People are there for the check, for the moolah, for the bag. Not saying that that is everybody. A good majority of people are there for the money. So the care kind of gets lost in the sauce or was never there to begin with. And so when it comes to something as sacred as the hair on your head, you have to be mindful of who you are going to. The aesthetics of the end results of these hairstyles should not be enough to swindle you into booking an appointment. I need to see the before, the during, and the after. So I appreciate those hairstylists that we see on YouTube sharing, the washing and the blow drying. You have to be more aware and have to use discernment. A lot of these people have no business being in your hair, and you have to prioritize people who care for hair the way that you're looking to care for your hair. If you're not somebody who can do the DIY and do the maintenance on your own, you have to find somebody that you can trust to do those said things. And if you don't trust these people in your head and you're just going with the flow, more power to you. But if you are somebody that cares about your hair and are embarking on a hair growth journey, the stylist matters. My stylist that performs a lot of the heat related styles such as press and curl, flat iron straightening, all of that, I have gone to her since cutting my hair, and she gave me my first trim after about 4 months of growth, and I am very happy and pleased with the results. But my stylist has been doing my hair since I was 8 years old, and so the relationship that I have with her is so grounded and so strong that I don't have to worry about somebody snipping my hair off because they're jealous, or I don't have to worry about her putting a chemical in my hair that one, I didn't ask for. I've seen horror stories of people saying that, they put relaxer in the shampoo. I don't have to deal and worry about none of that nonsense. You want to be mindful too of the products that a stylist is using. A good stylist knows that they cannot use all of the same product on all of the same clients with different hair. I have another hairstylist who I haven't gone to in a while. She had different shampoos and different wash routines for different clients. The stylist matters. I don't think I'll ever stop saying this because it's true. There's a lot of work and research that goes into finding a stylist, but you first have to determine what it is that you want from your hair growth journey, and that'll help everything else fall into place. The next secret in the Krabby Patty formula is you want to make sure that you have a foolproof hair care regimen that you do on your own. This is excluding the professional side of doing your hair. This is what you do on your own when you either don't have the funds to get your hair done, don't feel like getting your hair done, or You just need to do what you need to do at home, okay? And what I mean by a foolproof hair regimen, you have to have everything laid out from when you're gonna do certain hair treatments, when you're going to wash your hair, when you're going to style your hair. Different and many things that you can do to create a foolproof hair care regimen. You can use Pinterest. That is my favorite app, my holy grail. I swear by it because it has helped me get to where I'm at now solely because I'm looking up things that I can do on my own. I'm one of those people that I have to wash my hair every week, maybe every other week. Since I'm an avid gym goer, I have to wash my hair once a week because if I don't, the dirt and debris on my scalp will trickle down to my face and cause a breakout. And I'm really trying to make sure that I keep my skin as healthy as it can be because I do struggle with skincare problems and I'm not trying to add on to them by keeping my scalp dirty because I'm lazy. And y'all know that I'm lazy. I definitely will add what I think is a good foolproof hair care regimen, keeping it very simple and very basic somewhere on the screen. And once you get used to washing your hair, styling it, detangling it, I feel like you can add more to your routine. I wouldn't recommend doing what other people are doing just because that's what works for them. So you want to make sure that anything that you do is actually helping and not hindering. The next one I feel like is just universal with anything that you're trying to do, whether it's health and fitness, whether it is growing your hair, whether it's getting your skin clear, whatever it is that's dealing with the body from head to toe. The third Krabby Patty ingredient secret is you have to have a good diet and you have to drink water. I'm not telling you what diet you should have. I'm not telling you how much water you should drink. Everybody is different. You should be drinking water every day. Your organs should not be screaming. I make sure that I'm getting water in as much as possible. So because of that, it has helped in my hair care journey because my scalp is hydrated. Me having a good diet is helping me in multiple areas of my health, not just with my physical health, but also with my hair health, scalp health, skin health, everything. And I'm not gonna tell you what foods you should eat because we're all different. There's a lot of people that say, oh my God, avocados are the holy grail. You're not catching me eating avocados, disgusting. Honestly, I'm not an adult yet. I feel like that is a very adult thing to like. And I can't wait to like avocados on their own. I'm one of those weirdos that likes guacamole but doesn't like avocados, like somebody who doesn't like tomatoes but likes ketchup. You get it. So that's the type of person that I am. But once I do embark on that journey of liking avocados, you know, my hair may flourish even more, but we're not there yet. But the point is, please incorporate fruits and vegetables. Please incorporate nuts and grains. If you eat meat, look at the meats that help and support whatever it is that you're trying to do in your hair growth journey and just your overall health journey, because you should not be eating right just so your hair can grow. That is so silly to me. You should be eating right because you want to live long, you want to be healthy, you want to be able to move, you want to be able to bend, you want to be able to walk upstairs without being tired. There's a lot of benefits of eating good and drinking water. And I feel like we as a society have made a 180, which is very great, but we need to make sure we're doing it for the right reasons, because if you don't see the results you're looking for, most people will give up. And that's not what eating healthy is all about. You're supposed to eat healthy no matter what the results are, no matter how quickly you see the results. Health is wealth. And I know some people don't want to pee 11 times, but I mean, that's just what happens when you drink a lot of water. And having a good diet does not have to be complicated. It can be the most simple, basic diet that you could think of. Limit the processed foods, limit the amount of sugar that you intake. Just depends on what it is that you're willing to do to make sure your diet is good and healthy for you. The next Krabby Patty formula ingredient is do not do your hair mad, irritated, or upset. If you are not having a good day, that is not the day to start doing your hair at home, whether it be wash day, protective style day. Do not do your hair when you are not in a positive mood, because you're not gonna have the patience with your hair when it comes to detangling. You're not gonna be as gentle with your hair when it comes to the styling. And I know we all wanna think that, yes, of course I'm gonna be gentle on my hair, it's on my head. But have you ever done your hair when you're frustrated or you're doing your hair and it doesn't come out the way that you want?
Why do we keep doing that? Like, it's going this way. Like, no, I'm fucking trying to straighten it down. This shit keep going like, whoop. Like, no, go do. What the fuck?
Do not do your hair upset. it is not going to benefit you in the long run. Because remember, we're trying to rebuild that relationship with our hair. And if we're always doing it when we're upset and in an angry state, there's no way for us to build that relationship up, because every time we do our hair, we hate it. We don't like doing it. It's always an issue. It's always a problem. So to combat that, do it on a day where you are at peace, where you are happy, where you have the time to be patient while doing your hair. Your hair will thank you in the long run. Next on the Krabby Patty formula ingredient list is plan your styles out in advance. And the reason why I say plan your styles out is because you can plan to have your hair breathe for a certain amount of time in between protective styles. So like me, as y'all know, my next appointment is not until July 6th. But in the meantime, I'm making sure that my scalp is healthy. I'm making sure that I'm doing all the things that I need to do to prepare for said appointment, to make sure that my hair is in the most healthiest state it can be in while it is in braids. So also planning out your styles allows you to have the products that are needed to protect your hair while it is in a protective style. And y'all know me, I like to ball on a budget. And so planning my styles out allows me to budget for what I'm looking at spending. And in my most humble opinion, I do not feel that my stylist charges an arm and a leg, but even then I have responsibilities, I have bills, I have things going on that I have to take care of. And so to relieve and alleviate stress off of myself, if I plan out ahead, I know that I can budget for $150 for knotless braids, or I can budget for $75 straight backs. And y'all know I do not gatekeep. I will link my braiders information down below in the description box. Me doing that is the reason why I couldn't get an appointment until July 6th, but it's okay because I will never take money out of somebody's pockets, especially if they are deserving and hardworking for it. So kudos to my braider. Shout out to you, girl. Make sure that you are planning things out accordingly, because honestly, I feel more in control when I have a schedule and when I have things planned accordingly. And if I don't, I feel discombobulated, I feel anxious, and then guess what suffers? My hair. And the last ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula of hair growth is to love your hair and the journey. I feel like we get so caught up in the end goals and the end result that we're looking for that we don't enjoy the actual process. And like I said in the other videos that I've had, I'm starting to really enjoy the awkward phases of my hair growth. But when you start focusing on the end results and doing the consistent length checks and wondering why you're not seeing a difference, it's, you know, I love my analogies. It's similar to going to the gym. You're not gonna see the results you're looking for immediately. It is a process and it requires consistency, and that is the word of the day. The word of the day is consistency. If you are not consistent, I don't know why you were in the mirror doing length checks. I don't know why you were complaining as to why you are not seeing the results you're looking for. And I'm not saying you can't see changes. Me personally, because I'm not obsessing over length checks and obsessing over having long hair again, I'm actually seeing changes much quicker than what I thought. I was just talking to my mom earlier. I said, I just cut my hair and look at it. I have a mini fro now. And it's only been 4 months. Me not obsessing over it is making the journey that much better. And as my hair grows, I'm growing. And so as I grow as a person, all of the other areas of my life are starting to grow as well, whether that be me excelling in my fitness goals, excelling in my hair care goals, and just excelling and growing as a person. It's all encompassed. What's on the inside really does matter when it comes to health, when it comes to the person, when it comes to kindness, when it comes to godliness, when it comes to all of that, it starts on the inside. And so if you don't get the inside correct, the outside is not going to emulate what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you're trying to exhibit. And so that's one thing that I'm honing in on and focusing on, is that I want to make sure that however I look on the outside, the inside is that much better. And you know, just for the sake of it, honorable mentions, when your hair is flourishing, don't go and do something stupid to your hair. If your hair is flourishing, why would you go and dye and bleach your hair, especially by somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, after you just did all this hard work?
It ain't worth it, Miss Celie. It ain't worth it.
Worth it. It ain't worth it.
Don't mess up all of the hard work you've put into your crown. That is an extension of you. Don't mess it up. Well, now you guys know what I know. So now I'm passing the baton or the recipe onto you. Well, we have made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Big Chop Chronicles. Bye.